Hello everyone, it's Sandra and welcome to today's video. Happy New Year. I thought it'd be fun today to look back at all my previous favorites from last year's yearly favorites and see where they stack up. Do I still love them? Where are they now? I love this video concept so much. There are a couple of people that I subscribe to that do this every year, and it's one of my favorite videos to watch. I've done this before, but it's not something I've done regularly every year, but I think I might incorporate this in my year-end routine because it's such a fun way to look back at last year's favorites and see if they're still in the running. One of my favorites videos to watch at the end of every year is Anna from the Anna Edit. She does her yearly beauty favorites, and she actually has kept track of her favorites from every year, I think, for the last, 10 plus years that she's been on YouTube. And every single year when she does her favorites, she shows all the past year's favorites as well. And I love that. I find it so fun just to look back. And there are so many products that I see on that list that bring back memories. And I love seeing how some of her favorites have been just consistent favorites year over year over year. It's so much fun. I love that she does that. It was a really solid year, 2024, because a lot of the products are still very much top shelf favorites for me. So let's get started with the skincare favorites that I had last year, namely the Prequel Skin Utility Gel and the SOFIE PAVITT Mandelic Clearing Serum. Now, I don't have the Prequel Utility Gel anymore. I actually used it up, and while I absolutely loved it and I will repurchase, it's just more of a lightweight spring summer kind of product for me. It's really cold now. We're in the middle of winter, so that's not a product that I would be reaching for. So I used it up. I would 100% repurchase. It's a fantastic product, but I just don't have it on hand right now. The SOFIE PAVITT Mandelic Clearing Serum, however, is one of those products that I can't be without year round. This has become a holy grail skincare product for me, and I cannot recommend this enough if you are acne prone. If you struggle with acne, Mandelic acid has just been such a game changer for my skin, and this particular formula is really balanced. It's 8% mandelic acid. There's also some lactic acid, and it refines the skin, and it helps blemishes heal faster. It helps tone down any inflammation, and it's really, really, really gentle. I can actually tolerate using this in the morning and using my tretinoin at night. Obviously, I had to work up to this point, but it's just extremely gentle yet effective for my skin. I absolutely love it. In terms of complexion products, my two base product favorites from 2024 were products that I'm still very much in love with this year as well. And we have the Lisa Eldridge Skin Tint and the DIOR Foundation Stick. These are fantastic foundations. They're still on heavy rotation, and I am just really, really happy with my foundation stash right now. My foundation lineup is just so solid. I just have all my bases covered, and I'm super happy with every single thing that I own right now. So these are absolute favorites, definitely in my top 5. And yeah, no notes. The Lisa Eldridge Skin Tint is a light coverage, natural finish, slightly satin finish on the skin, and it just looks like my skin but better. It makes my skin look really perfected without adding too much bulk and too much texture. So it's one of my favorite lower coverage everyday products. I have this in the shade T6. And then the DIOR foundation stick, I have this in the shade 2N. I also have it in a lighter shade, but 2N matches me most of the year. This is just the best foundation stick that I have tried. It's amazing for travel. It's really, really smoothing on the skin. It just glides on so effortlessly, and it gives a really beautiful, flawless finish to the skin. It has a solid medium coverage, and you can really sheer it out as well. You can also build it up. My favorite way of wearing it is just in a thin sheer layer, and I find that it wears really well throughout the day as well, and I just love how smooth this makes my skin look. I love it so much. So another very solid favorite from last year. And then the next product that I had in my 2024 favorites was the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Multi-Use Bronzing and Shaping Serum. It was the liquid bronzer. I had it in the shade Light Medium, and I unfortunately had to let it go because it went bad. So I had it for about a year and a half or so before it started smelling a little bit weird, and I was more than halfway through the bottle. And I still really like it, and I would repurchase. I would just repurchase a different shade. I had it in the shade Light Medium, which was just a touch too warm for me. I think the shade Light would be a better match since it has more of a neutral tone. But I wanted to hold off buying it because I do have a similar color liquid bronzer. This is the Ciele Bronze and Protect in the shade number 1. And I love the color. I love the finish of this product. This is definitely more pigmented than the Makeup by Mario. So I'm just going to kind of keep on using this, even though I definitely prefer the Makeup by Mario formula. I found that so much easier to use, but I don't want to be wasteful. So I'm going to just keep on trucking with this until I either use it up or it goes bad. But then I would definitely go back to the Makeup by Mario because I really preferred the formula and I prefer the packaging. I really don't love droppers and bronzing drops. I just find them so, especially when they're so pigmented, I just find them kind of messy, kind of a pain in the butt to apply. I loved that the Makeup by Mario came in a pump and it also had a doe foot applicator, so that is just so much easier for me. But I really love the color, the consistency, the finish of the Ciele product. I just don't love the dropper packaging. And then speaking of Ciele, another favorite from last year was their blush in the shade January. And as you can see here, I'm scraping the sides. I am definitely going to be using this up soon. And this is a stunning cool toned pink blush. I love wearing this in the winter. I also love wearing it just mixed with other colors. It's such a beautiful blush color. The Ciele liquid blushes are blushes that I reach for so often. Definitely love it and I will repurchase. Then I also had the Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint in shade 50.5 in my last year's favorites, and I still really like that product. I actually just decluttered it recently, so if you watch my last video, which was my empties and end of the year declutter, I had to declutter that because it went bad. So unfortunately it just started smelling really bad and stale. For eyeshadow, I only had one eyeshadow favorite last year, and it was the Lisa Eldridge Liquid Silk eyeshadow in the shade Irene. I still love this. This is one of my favorite, almost like a eyeshadow primer types of products. The color is a really gorgeous neutral shade. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's just a really, really pretty brown. And I still love this so much and I reach for it all the time. However, this year I was reaching for the shade Phoebe more, which is slightly warmer. Phoebe's like a muted camel, but this formula is incredible. It's such a good matte, silky liquid shadow with the most beautiful smoothing effect on the eyelids. If you have aging eyelids, if there's any crepiness that you want to smooth out, I highly recommend these. So this is the shade Phoebe, and then this is the shade Irene. I just love to wear them as a base, and then I usually build powder eyeshadows on top. I wouldn't recommend mixing these with other liquid shadow formulas, then they can get a little bit patchy. So from my experience, the best performance is just a thin sheer layer of the liquid silk eyeshadows from Lisa Eldridge as a base, and then building, if you want to add dimension, if you want to add shimmer, building with powder shadows on top, and then you will have just the most beautiful eye look that lasts all day. My other 2024 favorite was the Glossier Boy Brow Arch Longwear Pomade Eyebrow Pencil, and I really, really liked that. I repurchased it a couple of times, but then it just drove me crazy because the packaging just ended up falling apart. The coating on the outside of the pencil would flake off, and it would just leave white flakes everywhere on my skin, and it was so annoying. So I stopped repurchasing it because it just drove me crazy. So I went back to the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. All the lip products from 2024 are still absolute favorites, two of which I have since repurchased because I ended up using them up. Namely, the EADEM Les Chouchous Lip Softening Balm. This is so good. This is my favorite clear lip balm, lip gloss. They do have tinted options, but my favorite is just the clear one, which is called Butter Mochi. It has very, very gentle exfoliation in it as well, so I find that it smooths my lips over time. It helps kind of get rid of any dead skin, and it's just a flawless lip balm, in my opinion. I love the cooling applicator, and every single time I use this, my lips just feel and look so much better. So this is still my favorite lip balm. I also used up and repurchased the Tower 28 Pistachio Lip Gloss. This was my favorite lip gloss from 2024, and it's still a favorite today. This is just the perfect neutral pink gloss. It's not sticky. It's super comfortable. I actually think it will look really pretty today with this lip combo. So let me add it in. It's the perfect nude pink gloss. I love it. It's so, so comfortable. For lipsticks in 2024, my favorite lipstick was Lisa Eldridge Rouge Experience in the shade Lisa. This is still one of my favorite lipstick formulas. This is actually the lipstick that I'm wearing today. This is still one of the best lipstick formulas on the market if you're just looking for a really solid satin lipstick that smooths over the lips. It has the perfect level of pigmentation where it is pigmented. You can build it up to a full coverage, but it doesn't come on too strong straight out of the bullet. You can kind of customize the level of sheerness, and it's just so, so comfortable and flattering on the lips. And my other 2024 lipstick favorite was the BYREDO liquid lipstick in the shade Fire Grace. This is still in my collection. This is still my favorite winter red. I have not worn it as much this year. I am determined to wear it more. I tried to wear it in one of my holiday, like winter makeup looks. I ended up just making a mistake and I paired it with the wrong lip liner and the wrong cheek color, so I didn't love the way that look turned out. But I'm going to just keep this on the top of my vanity so that I'm reminded to wear it more this winter, because this is just such a stunning cool toned red, and the formula is so, so comfortable and so flattering. It's matte, but it just looks like velvet on the lips, and it's so comfortable. It does not dry out my lips. It actually just makes my lips feel even more comfortable and moisturized throughout the day when it's on. I just love it so much. It's a really, really good matte lipstick formula. And then my last 2024 favorite was Glossier You Do fragrance. I still love it. I still wear it all the time. I'm about halfway through my bottle. This is just an amazing ambroxan, woody skin scent. So it just smells so cozy to me. It's something that I can wear year round, and it smells delightful. So that was my cream of the crop from 2024, and I'm actually super excited to see that most of those products are still on heavy rotation. This was so much fun to do. I am even more excited to do my 2025 favorites video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.